Today is September 14th, and on today's episode of Hold My Whistle, we're talking about Hurricane Florence. We got our starting lineups and Riding the Pine, and it's football season. College, NFL, we're going to be talking about all of it, and we got a brand new segment we think you're going to like. I'm Paolo.
I'm Foy.
And let's get this day started. So on the East Coast right now, Hurricane Florence is just crushing.
Has it made landfall yet?
I don't know. I looked at the news. I looked at the weather, like images. All the colors are going around, but it doesn't look like it's hit South Carolina yet.
But were you watching the Mexican weather station?
No, I wasn't.
The hottest weather girl ever.
There's weather people should just be Latina and in tight dresses,
right? And have a huge dumper on them
or cans.
Either one.
Have you seen ever and it's been going on for a long time. The Europeans have like undressing weather people.
Yeah, I've seen some of that. It's I personally haven't seen it, but hold on, we get a little sound level issue here. What do you think there, Paolo?
Check.
Oh, microphone checking. It came out pretty good before. Stop.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, there we go. Oh, fuck. It's like our first day all over again. I don't even know what's going on. We had some computer issues, which we thought were issues, but they're really not.
And you know what? Most of the time when these issues would come up, I would lose my train of thought. But because we're talking about weather girls.
Yeah, and I just happened to scroll through and see Yanette Garcia breaks the internet. And pretty much she ruined the podcast because we brought her up. But we got that all fixed now.
And you know, I like to see her. You know, she's very informative, but I'm not really paying attention to the weather.
No, the best one is the Aussie Man reviews, or the Aussie Man guy.
He does weather too?
No, he just reviews her segments. It's so funny. Like, she approaches the apocalypse with a can-do attitude. I mean, I have no good Australian accent, but that video is really funny. Yeah,
no, she's special. And, you know, she's got a place in everyone's newscast.
Yeah, I'm sure she gets a job wherever she wants.
I know, man.
But let's get more serious about this Hurricane Florence.
Yeah, but it's affecting our college Saturday.
It definitely is.
One of the games I might have been looking forward to is the West Virginia Mountaineers.
Not to mention the hundreds of thousands of people it's going to displace without power and with all the rainfall. Because it was a Category 4, and did it get downgraded?
It did. I think it stepped down to Category 3. So I did hear something about it not being as bad, but then again, I was just West Virginia, NC State being postponed. It was really affecting me.
So it abdicated itself from Category 4 to Category 3?
Yeah. So, but you know what I really want? Do you know how they come up with the hurricane names?
No.
Well, I guess it goes in alphabetical order. You know,
so
and it's always
they just roll through. A through.
I'm just hoping, and it's a girl's name. But I'm hoping when they go through P, that maybe there's a Hurricane Paula.
Okay.
I just,
yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day, Paolo.
I'm hoping.
One day. But they've already canceled several games, and they canceled them on like Monday. I mean, they just with the imminent effect of this hurricane, it's causing some major havoc across the nation, or the eastern seaboard, not the nation.
But it's tough down there, man. Those Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina.
Well, here's my theory on that. You know, that's what you have to deal with when you live in those areas.
Yeah,
we're Californians. We get earthquakes. We get wildfires.
We get taxes.
We have
rent.
We have huge taxes,
mortgage.
Huge rent, very expensive cost of living. But don't get me wrong, like there's parts of South Carolina, like along Myrtle Beach and all that, are probably pretty pricey. But, you deal with it geographically. Like you live in the Midwest, you get tornadoes.
Yeah. And like what's cool about it, though, you get basements with your homes.
Yeah. Who doesn't like a finished basement?
You get the hurricane-proof screen door.
I don't think there's a hurricane.
The heavier screen door. Not like the one I got here. Just the flimsy tin aluminum can screen door.
Yeah, that's not holding anything out.
Yeah, you get boards to board up your windows when you buy the new place.
Yeah, I would imagine that they always have boards on hand.
Yeah, it's tough living, but yeah, it comes with the territory, and hopefully, if you got friends and family out there, hopefully everyone's safe. They've been preaching the evacuation this whole week.
Yeah, hopefully people heed the advice of the National Weather Service and, take shelter. Get out if you can. If you can't, buckle down, button down the hatches, and hopefully you ride it out. Hopefully you got enough supplies and you're able to make it through unscathed.
Yeah, no, hurricane's no joke. And like we said, hopefully everyone's okay.
Yeah, we're pulling for you guys on the East Coast.
Hey, but today we had a pretty fun day planned, but it just ended up being a tough day in general. Long day for us.
Oh, it was rough. I was super excited. I forget what year it is.
It was our work employee golf tournament.
Excuse me. Yeah, and typically it's a really good day. You go out with some friends. You get a big group together, go play some golf. But today, just the way the pairings were, we got stuck behind two of the worst fucking groups ever.
Horrible groups. And I'm Sean's let you know that I'm a horrible golfer. Anyone who's been on the what do you call the course with me knows that I'm not horrible, but I have golf etiquette.
Yes.
I'm not gonna mess up your swing on your backswing like that guy did to Tiger. I'm not gonna drive the golf cart on the greens.
Definitely a no-go.
When we're in a scramble and the coordinator gives us this long speech about, hey, if you're hitting past par, just pick up your ball and you get par. I understand that.
Yeah. And if you suck that bad to where you're only 20 yards from the tee when you've hit par, pick your fucking ball up and move along. People are waiting.
So we had this group in front of us just lagging and hitting the ball 30 times, each person in the group.
And it was only a threesome.
Yeah.
Not even a full foursome.
Oh, killing us.
Oh, dude, it totally ruined my buzz. I had a good buzz going this morning, a few cocktails, a couple shots, things were flowing good. We were having a good time. And then this happened.
Well, and at the same time, it's really about momentum. Like, even if we're having bad shots, you want to shoot or, swing the club.
Yeah.
Every 3 minutes.
Yeah, you don't want to sit there and have to wait 15 minutes for shots.
15 minutes, yeah.
And
thank God it's a golf tournament that's got, events or something going on at each hole. Was it super, excellent? No, but it was good for a work event. And they had, good food, drinks, all this and that. But if that wasn't there, I'd be so mad at the people in front of me.
Oh, yeah.
They ruined it for me. So it wasn't fun.
Yeah, not to mention, I think I threw my back out because I had to carry the whole fucking team all day.
Oh, man. How bad. Me and our fourth partner, Junior.
Whew.
Oh, my God. We are horrible.
Poor guy. I mean, Jared contributed a lot.
I made a couple putts. There was a couple shots that counted for me.
2.
Yep.
I want to say...
So that's 100% more than I guaranteed.
Yeah, that's true.
I did only guarantee one shot.
Yeah.
And I did, my short game was on. But you knocked down one putt. That was... How many feet was that? 25 feet?
Maybe a little farther.
Maybe a little more. It was a great putt. It was like a 10-second, event where you just watched that ball and it just creeped into the hole. It was pretty sweet.
And nobody else witnessed it except our group.
Yeah.
So it was kind of bittersweet, I guess.
I did have a fun event. So we had a Jack Daniels booth, I think, that we went to. And one of the ladies working it came up to me kind of like sneaky. And I was like, what is she doing? And she hands me a ball. And I was like, oh, thanks. I just spent $12 on balls, which isn't a lot.
No,
I bought the cheap stuff because I know.
You got off cheap.
Right? And I'm like, it's a ball. She's like, it's an exploding golf ball. And I was like, oh, awesome. So I had to wait for the perfect moment to set up Junior because you would have known. And Jared would have known because you have your special logos on your balls or whatever. And it's a plain white ball. And I tell Junior, I'm like, hey, use this ball. I just picked it up. Because that's all me and Junior are doing. They're picking up balls on the side of the fairway.
Yeah, you had plenty of opportunities to go look for extra golf balls because you guys were in the shit all day.
No, and so Junior's, he's getting better. And it's his first time, I think, ever, right?
Yeah, it was. First time ever.
So he gets up there, and you and Jared are helping him out. So I give him the ball. We're in the middle of the fairway. He already drove. And, Sean comes up to him and starts giving coaching tips. And it's like, oh, what a perfect setup. Get your feet this way. You're doing pretty good. Junior's listening. He's super intent. And he pulls that thing back, and he's actually looking really good.
It was probably his best swing of the day.
He swings it and poof, Bill white smoke bomb happens, and Jared and you just look at like, what the hell just happened? And I'm already on the ground laughing.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
It was almost as good as Jared spinning around on the bat and then falling over like a sack of shit.
So what? You had to not take a tequila shot.
Yeah.
Or take the tequila shot. But if you don't, you had to do the classic bat spin, and see how you do.
Yeah. He went down.
When he teetered right and took like 10 steps hard to the left and tumbled.
Oh, well, then he stumbled forward. He almost took me out, but it's a good thing I'm still semi-athletic. I dodged a definite blown-out knee.
Yeah, but those were the highlights of the golf tournament.
Yeah, and then it was hurry up and wait until we finally passed him, and then it was fine.
Yeah.
But you had to leave early because your practice is early today.
I am a little early. It's our first home game for the JV team.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
so I got those jitterbugs feeling. I haven't been at home for a while, man.
Yeah, it's been over a year.
Yeah.
So it's a big day for you.
Yeah, but these work events are as far as this company, I've only been in there maybe just a little over a year. But have you, the classic like Christmas party and stuff?
They used to do a big Christmas party over at the Marriott in Bealton. They had the lower ballroom, and there was a bar, and there was dance floor. It turned into a major shit show.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like everyone's probably gone through this. At every workplace, there's that employee work event that someone's going to get hammered, someone's going to get embarrassed, and it's just good drama for the workplace.
Oh yeah. There's always some good stories to tell after.
Someone bails and falls, or someone has a hookup. Someone pukes. It's something dramatic like that. And it's I always like it when it's like a manager.
Yeah. But the smart ones tend to avoid that stuff.
Oh, I'm at work events. I am P's and Q's, man. I'm watching myself. I do not want to be that person.
I'm going to drink, but I'm definitely not going to be that guy.
Yeah. What kind of work event? It's okay to do that when you work at a bar.
Yeah.
When I worked at the bar, I went crazy.
Yeah, you have to.
But yeah.
It's expected.
When I get a normal paycheck, not really going to take that chance.
Yeah. So, but Chumash Employee Open, it was fun.
It was fun.
It was well done. Could have been a little better, but hey, we'll take it.
But probably my best round of golf ever because
you didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything, and the rules were you're going to at least get par. So
yeah, you'll never be able to say you shot a legitimate 72 at the rate you play right now.
And I used my box again for a golf bag.
The Titleist box is holding strong, especially with the Gorilla Tape.
I did use the Gorilla. That shit is expensive.
Well, it holds so well, so it does hold well.
But yeah. All right, Sean, let's get into our starting lineup.
All right, I'll go first, like I try to every time. This week, my starting lineup is Bobby Guy Films. If you don't know who Bobby Guy Films is, he's a YouTuber who does primarily hunting. He does a little bit of fishing videos on YouTube. He's based out of Kansas. This past week was teal opener. So teal is a type of duck that it's the smallest type of duck.
Oh, I thought it was a shade of green.
Right. We actually have a check this week called teal.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's kind of fitting. But Bobby Guy Films. Him and like four buddies are out for the teal opener and some public hunting marsh, and they're shooting some birds, they're having a good time, and all of a sudden he rocks the GoPro. Teal comes over and he shoots it. He's sitting down on the bank, puts his hand up, and it falls, and he just catches it, like doesn't even move.
Oh,
it was awesome. I mean, the video was great. His boys are hype. I mean, it was funny as shit. It's just random, but it's super funny, and it's blowing up on the internet. So if you haven't seen it, check out Bobby Guy Films, and I don't know what the name of the video is, but
those are one of those special moments, though. That's pretty cool. Have you ever seen that rock star when he's like, I don't know if he's crowd surfing and they have him straight up, and then someone throws a cup of beer at him? And he catches it, and it still has the beer in it.
No.
It's one of those kind of moments.
Yeah.
You get just super lucky. You make that lucky catch.
Yeah, and it just happens to be caught on tape.
Right.
So it's that much better.
That's awesome.
But check it out on YouTube, Bobby Guy Films, or it's on Old Row Outdoors.
And so Teal's open, and Dove opened up like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, right?
Dove opens up the 1st of September. Well, at least in California it does.
But they're like little Tweety birds. Is it for kids? Is it for adults? Or is it for
Dove? No, Dove aren't that small. I mean, they fly a little slow, but it's a little different. It's a different feel. You have to find places with water because like everything, they need water. But my uncle went down south where we typically used to go for a dove opener down in Blythe, California. It's on the Arizona border. Typically, it's loaded with dove, but it's a 6.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
So he went down there, and I want to say for the 3 days he was there, he shot like 4 birds.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see the teal hunts, and people are walking away with, piles of them.
Yeah, they're loading up on the teal in the Midwest, but California, typical California, doesn't have a teal season. So for all us avid waterfowlers, we have to wait for October. Third Saturday in October is when duck season officially opens for us.
Right.
So
is teal or dove, is that eaten?
Oh yeah, you eat those. Teal are typically pretty good eating if you like duck. Dove is, it's kind of like a quail. Mm-hmm. You want to barbecue it. All it is you just breast it out, and you can wrap it in bacon or marinate it in Italian, and then you barbecue it.
Simple.
Yeah, you throw
I like watching people, I don't know how but clean the bird, and they can do it with their hands.
Well, yeah, that's what you do.
Pretty simple. You don't need a blade.
No, all you do is you put I clean ducks pretty similar. You stick your thumb between the top of the breastplate and the bird, and with dove, it's pretty easy. You just pull it right out because they're small. And there's not a lot of ligaments attached, so it peels right off.
Yeah, I was at a barbecue bachelor party one time, and I don't know what season it was. I'm assuming it was the correct season, but I think you were there.
Where were we?
Out in Santa Margarita.
Santa Margarita
for our big Buddy Louie's bachelor party.
Oh yeah.
And someone had got a dove, and just I never saw it that quick, and they did a really good job, and I was real impressed.
Yeah. God, where were we? Right outside of Paso, San Miguel. We were in San Miguel. Yeah, that was a good time. That was a great trip.
Yeah, whole hog cookout.
Oh, dude, that was
bachelor
fun.
Party, quads, shooting clays, bows and arrows.
We went through so many rounds shooting clay pigeons.
Good times.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, for me, my starting lineup is Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly. For me, they got like a whole rap beef going on, and I'm just excited about it because not MGK is kind of new to me, but I've been listening to him, and I know Rekka likes him a lot.
Yeah.
And so I've been listening, and it's not that mumbly. It's not that mumble rap too much.
No, he
touches on some of it.
He can get it. He's legit. I heard. I didn't hear the initial diss from Eminem. I don't know if that came out via song or was it interview? Was it the interview he did with Sway?
It happened a while back, I guess. Is that MGK did something and talked about Haley, Eminem's daughter.
I remember seeing something about that
a while ago.
Yeah, like 3 years ago.
And Eminem just got word of it, or just started listening to him because he's relevant.
Yeah.
And fired back. And then there was the whole thing with Sway in the Morning, because Sway is on a show that Eminem is like the producer for, Shade 45.
Yeah.
And I guess they're not letting MGK on the show, something like that happening. And MGK made a song. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's better than Nick Cannon.
Oh, it's a decent diss track. It's not bad at all.
And Eminem is the best.
No
diss track.
Yeah, nobody disses people like
legend.
Eminem.
And it just brings me back to the good old times when he used to just rip people apart.
Yeah, pretty much. Back in the day, messing with Eminem meant you were committing career suicide.
Oh yeah.
Does that mean it's over for MGK? Time will tell. Because
I don't think so. I think this might heighten his career because he's actually coming back with good stuff. If he comes back with something like he did, I forget what he called, Devil's Plan or God's Plan. I forget what he called it. But,
something.
Yeah. It's pretty legit, and a lot of kids are listening to it. But it's funny. So I asked a couple younger people, early 20s, what do you think about this? And they're like, oh yeah, my mom listens to Eminem, but they still like Eminem more than MGK.
Well, my thing is Eminem hasn't fired back yet via diss track.
Well, yeah, he's got a song that came out like 2 days ago.
Oh, he dropped one already for it? Because the last time I looked at this.
And he makes fun of mumble rappers and Lil Pump, and he goes off.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, so it's pretty fun.
In true Eminem fashion, he fired right back.
Oh yeah, quick.
Yeah, So we'll see how the next shots are fired by MGK.
I just like diss tracks. I like shit talking. It's kind of like what's his name? Jalen Ramsey, the corner for the Jaguars?
Yeah.
He's talking shit still. I love it. He's talking shit about Gronk right now.
Really?
They got Gronk this week. Oh yeah. Huh. Every week he's talking about somebody.
All right, best diss track.
I know it's not a big battle rap because the comebacks were horrible, but when Eminem dissed Mariah, it was awesome. I love that song or track, I guess, or whatever it is. He's got the recordings of her, calling him and this and that. It's just on point. But then if you talk about the best diss track where someone just rips someone apart, is Tupac. Whatchamacallit against Biggie? I can't even think about it right now.
Shoot 'em up.
Yeah.
Right? Or no, hit 'em up.
Hit 'em up.
Hit 'em up.
Right. That one's just
destroys
a guy.
I'm more privy for No Vaseline, Ice Cube. I mean, that's one of the greatest diss tracks I've heard. I mean, I know there's a lot of them out there, but there's not a lot of good ones.
Well, no. If you know how people were talking about like Drake and Meek Mill or this and that, I'm like, those are weak. This is little beefs that people are showing. Oh, look at what I said on Instagram.
Yeah,
make a track,
a good track
where the whole song is making fun of the guy.
Yeah,
not one verse or one line that you have to really pay attention to. No, make a whole track, let it be known, and go after somebody.
Yeah, we're not talking like Kyle Kuzma and Ball versus Ball.
Are they
versus Lonzo?
They had a rap battle.
I wouldn't say rap battle, but they each released a diss track.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is like these guys are athletes, and I know we've had a conversation with Josh, and we'll probably talk about that later. But you can't have. I'd rather have an athlete like Ramsey, like I'm saying, just go out there and talk shit than try to use their, musical skills to talk shit
or lack thereof of musical
just play one-on-one.
skills.
If it's Ball and Kuzma and you're on the same team, put a one-on-one film out there. I want to see who wins. That'll get more views and more likes. It'll probably make more money than any music they put out.
Yeah, because it's all trash.
Right. And
just trash.
So, but yeah, starting lineup for me: MGK, Eminem. Thank you for bringing the rap battle back.
Oh yeah, I think it's
rap
good.
Beef.
I think it's good for music and for the genre.
Yeah, people need this. Kids don't know how to freestyle anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of a dying art, I'd say. I mean, you can repeat the hook and say one line over and over and over again and be a famous rapper now. So it's kind of garbage.
I think I want to go ahead and try to make like a mumble rap song. Just give it a shot.
I think you'd be fine. I think you'd be okay.
I repeat myself all the time.
All right, so let's move into Riding the Pine.
Sit down. Sit.
For me, Riding the Pine this week, I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks.
Ooh.
Not because of how they played or anything like that. They signed Mychal Kendrick, the former Cleveland Brown.
Insider
trading.
Ooh.
He admitted to insider trading, one count of security fraud and one count of something else. And he's looking to up to 25 years when he's sentenced. I mean...
And this is stuff that happened, I think they came 4 or 5 years ago?
4 years ago. And he openly admitted to it. It's like, dude, you've fallen on the sword, bro.
Yeah, but if you're in the Seahawks, and he said, the court case ain't going to, it's going to last maybe a year. I got a season left in me, and I got to pay off some lawyers. He's going to put out a good season.
Yeah, I mean, he played 6 years with the Eagles.
Got nothing left to, like, when you say, hey, they got nothing left to play for. Oh, wait, what am I saying?
Yeah,
he got nothing to lose. He's got nothing to lose.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. He's got nothing to lose. You might go out there and just ball out.
Well, I mean, he's a decent player to begin with. So, right. I mean, I totally seen him play well.
Kind of reminds me of the guy in The Replacements who's going back to prison.
Oh, yeah. Give the ball to Wilkerson. He's going to jail. Okay, I can see that. It's just, as an organization, it's like...
it's a risky move.
It's a very risky move. I know it's probably...
Maybe they know something on the inside.
Well, I doubt it. It's probably fiscally, like, responsible. It's a cheap pickup. They got KJ Wright and Bobby Wagner, they're two inside guys, both dealing with a couple of lingering issues. The addition of Kendricks will definitely help, in case one of those guys goes down. He's a good pass rusher. They can bring him in on like some sub packages and, use him to blitz. And
so he's riding the pine then?
No, the organization is riding the pine because I don't know about that move. I don't.
They must have asked some serious questions and got the inside scoop as much as they can know because I'm sure he can't disclose all.
Well, I would imagine that if you're going to get signed by a $1 billion organization, you're disclosing a lot.
Right. But if the Seahawks didn't and they just went for it, to go for it, yeah.
Unless it's just a super cheap move. I didn't see the particulars on, what they paid him or what he's going to get paid. It just as a business owner, it just doesn't make sense. You're putting yourself in the limelight for a pretty egregious reason. Just to me, it seems like unwanted attention.
Yeah. Well,
we'll see how that goes.
Let's see the Seahawks. All right, you're right in the pine, Seattle.
Yeah.
Have a good one on the bench.
Who do you got?
Well, it happened last weekend, and I'm becoming a tennis enthusiast. I'm getting into that country club.
I doubt
got a
it.
fleece vest.
My
polo game is increasing. Been watching a little tennis.
Okay.
U.S. Open. Serena, we all saw it. She got fined $17,000 for talking back to the referee, because she was getting coaching. Which I don't know. Did you see why she got the first offense or the warning?
No, I didn't.
So her coach kind of gave her like a weird thumbs up. And the official, and he's in the stands.
Yeah.
And so in tennis, you're not allowed to get coaching in the middle of a game. And he kind of, I don't know if she got way better because of his hand movement, but gave her a warning. And she took it as cheating. Right? And she's like, don't say I'm a cheater. I have a daughter and I don't want to raise her that way. And I've never cheated in my life. I've never needed to cheat. And she started demanding an apology, this and that. And what happened after is, there was a Japanese girl who ended up winning, and she got a point or something, and Serena got frustrated, and she just murdered her racket. She tossed it on the floor, and it crushed. And so she knew she was going to get a reprimanded for that one, and she knew it, but she didn't know she was going to take a point. She thought it was her first warning because she didn't really think the official was serious about giving her the coaching call.
Yeah. So here's the thing with that. I listened to some reports, and that head official, the guy that issued the deductions and the reprimands, he's notorious for being a stickler about the rules. And according to the officials, he's well within his parameters of the position to do things like that. He did it earlier in the tournament against who did he do it against? It was like Djokovic or Nadal. Somebody got popped for an infraction, and he busted him. And he, consequently, Serena's sister, Venus, has had a couple of run-ins with the same judge. So, they listed several instances where he's
a stickler.
He's followed the protocol and done the same thing.
And for a guy who has that reputation, he kind of gave her opportunity. And she went after him about being called a cheater, this and that. And so when she's demanding an apology, she calls him a thief. She gets a third warning, and that's like a game.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, that's a game. Don't talk to me like that, pretty much. The head officials come out, and she just can't stop. She's not stopping.
Well, she went on full tilt.
She was on full tilt. She's talking to the guy. The game is being, held up. The girl who's winning right now, Serena was losing already.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a way to come back, And she's up in his face. And you know what happens? Camera goes right into Serena's face. And then I'm just looking at her eyebrows. And they are bushy.
Yes.
She needs to trim up her eyebrows. I'll give it, I'm a Serena fan. But clean it up.
Right.
I know you got the money, girl. But and then at the same time, they fine her $17,000. That's nothing for Serena.
Right. So I'm okay with the warnings and the things like that, but to the point of it taking over a match and determining the outcome, I think that's a little too much.
There's a lot of old classic rules in tennis that don't really make sense, like the coaching rule. Does it make a difference? Is it really? It's kind of a messed up rule. Like it should just they should overlook a lot of their rules, like the NFL does every year. Hey, we're going to change this rule, like the catching rule.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't make sense, but they're trying to fix it.
Yeah, you know, at least there's stepping in the right direction.
This rule about getting coaching sounds like an old rule, and it was awkward. But Serena just, like I said, went full tilt. Wasn't the champion I wanted her to be. And even if she lost, like, lose gracefully, but she was just not.
Yeah, she went off the deep end. So I watched a Stephen A. Smith interview. And
what was his take?
He agreed that Serena lost her argument as soon as she brought up him being a sexist.
Oh yeah, she tried to pull the woman card.
She tried to pull the woman card, and Stephen A. hammered her on it. He's like, you know, you just don't do that. I mean, and that's when he started listing off those several other instances about this official, and he's like, you know, you got beef, it's whatever. But once you draw that hard line and you play that specific card, it's like you've just lost. You know, you just lost your battle, your argument, because you took it there. You know, and what were his actions sexist based? The only person who will know is him.
He just seemed like a tennis nerd.
Yeah,
and he's a stickler for the rules.
So you know, it just. For me, though, I found that interesting. You know, Stephen A. is pretty much an over-the-top kind of boisterous kind of guy, and I didn't see the opinion that he took on it. I didn't see that coming from him.
Yeah, well, because and the thing is when you see that crowd, everyone's got Serena's back.
Yeah,
and then the women just started going crazy when she said that. You know, you see them standing up, and don't get me wrong, I love the women, and you know, you got to do your thing, but I don't think this was a case of sexism at all.
No,
I think it was fair play.
I think it was fair within the rules, but I think, you know, the focus took away from the game and more on like the referee. The referee made it more about him than letting the game play out.
But really, I saw it. Like I watched it replayed just because I can. He gave her opportunity, and she
just
came
kept
back
going
and egged him on. Oh yeah. And that's why she's sitting the bench.
Yeah.
Ride the pine, Serena, with that big old booty. Don't get any splinters.
Yeah, right. All right. So being football season, you know, everybody's into football season. We've waited a long time for it to come back.
If you're not into football season, get into it.
Yeah. I love your St. James, Street James voice, Paolo.
It just happens now. I've been listening. I'm stoked on it. If you haven't heard in a couple past episodes, you know, we're fans of another podcast he's on two other podcasts, but Ross Patterson, he's a writer, director. He's got a podcast. He's just out there doing his thing. You know, a lot of people don't know about him, but he just came out with his new book a couple of weeks ago that was top 3 on the New York Times bestsellers. And the audiobook just came out because I'm not reading the book.
Yeah, I don't like to read.
And
you got to preface it with his first book.
Right.
His first book was At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed. It's a romance novel written for men.
Correct. And it's hilarious. It's raunchy. It's funny. It's comedy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you're going to get your feelings hurt.
Yeah, it's not for you.
But his second book just came out at
When
Darkness Falls, She Doesn't Catch It.
Yeah.
And it's just funny. And the main character that he's come up with is a guy named St. James Street James. And he's got this kind of voice.
Yeah. He's 186 years old.
And he's just the man.
Yeah.
He, you know, all the drugs, booze, women, he's all about it.
Yeah, so if you get a chance, check it out. It's on Audible. If you download the app and try, like, I want to say it's like a 3-month trial.
Yeah.
You know, you can download 2 books for free. I highly suggest you download
get it yet?
both those. No, I haven't done it yet.
I just did it. I think it's free if you have Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Nice little plug there for Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I don't think they really need the money, but
yeah, no, they're not hurting at all.
I just want you guys to understand what we're talking about because we might be talking about it for a while.
Yeah, so
at least hates it.
Ross Patterson, check him out. At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed, or As Darkness Falls and She Doesn't Catch It.
So I played the prologue for Elise when I bought a new car.
Yes.
And so we've been in the same car for a while, going to the dealership and stuff, you know. And so we're driving over, and she listens to the prologue. And again, just how it comes up, I start talking like him or whatever. And she's like, please don't. I'm like, okay. And I kind of give her one of those scenarios again. Well, babe, all you got to do is do like 3 or 4 lines of St. James Street James, talk like him, and I won't do it anymore. And she's just like, no. And so I just rub it in her face.
She wasn't feeling the St. James Street James?
I put these scenarios, like these situations and opportunity. I call them opportunities. Like, hey, if you just do this for me right now, I'll never do this again. I won't irritate you this way.
Yeah.
And she never takes it.
She just can't win. Mm-mm. But all right, let's get back on topic here.
Okay, yeah, right. New segment. That's right.
Yeah, that's where we're going here. Football's back. Everybody seems to be in the fantasy world. Myself, I'm doing 4 fantasy leagues. Paolo's in what, 2?
4? No, I got 4.
You're in 4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right, because you just got appointed commissioner of one.
I'm commissioner of 2.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Those leagues must suck.
Well, there's a 6-man one, whistles and whips. It's the coaches and their wives.
Oh, yeah.
For the JV team.
Yeah, I'm not a part of that one.
No.
There's no monetary value in that for me. It just...
Anyways,
right.
I got a W in that. Oh, wait. No, not that the league. I didn't.
So, the new segment we're going to be doing, it's called Shit the Bed Sunday.
Who shit the bed? Who might shit the bed?
Exactly.
Get your toilet paper.
I've been holding on to this segment since halfway through baseball season.
Not even. When we came up with the idea of having the podcast, you're like, hey, we should have Shit the Bed Sunday.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, let's wait for football season.
Granted, it's Friday morning, but Shit the Bed Sunday is something I've been holding on to for a while. When you got a fantasy team and they just absolutely go out there and do nothing and you lose because of certain players, it's called shitting the bed. So, for me, looking at my teams,
This is your inaugural guy getting shit in the bed.
Oh, well, I'm getting to that. I went in my ESPN leagues, I went 1 and 2. I lost a nail biter in the coaches league because he had Isaiah fucking Crowell score a 68-yard touchdown against the team that shit the bed. Probably the worst this week would be the Detroit Lions, looking like absolute doo-doo.
Yeah. They started off hot. They got a pick 6 right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, Sam Darnold's first throw of his career, pick 6. What a way to start your NFL career.
And you think like,
number, no, what'd they get?
Top 10
pick. I forget where the Jets picked him up. But come out, pick 6. Oh, you think you're doing good, And this is a Matt Patricia team, you know.
You think the defense is going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, he's an attention to detail guy. He's a former Patriot.
And so he has that reputation. He gets that reputation because he's a former Patriot.
Yeah. So, and I'm sure that's the way he conducts himself. If you're going to stick around that organization as long as he did, you're going to pick up some Bill Belichick ways. You know, it's only fitting. But after that pick 6, it's like Matt Stafford threw 5 picks.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
I started him in one of my leagues.
Oh, I think Josh started him in 2. So They get beat offensively. They got beat defensively. They gave up a special team score, and I want to say they lost like 48-14 or something fucking terrible.
Oh, the first half score, it looked like the end of the game already.
Yeah. But, just that caused me to lose Isaiah fucking Crowell. Of all guys to beat me, Isaiah Crowell.
Yeah.
But what really sucked this week for me, I have Derrick Henry in 2 leagues. Derrick Henry didn't touch the ball the entire second half. It's like everything went to Deion Lewis. It's like, dude, looking at the rushing stats, it's like they both got equal carries, but he went like 12
no
for
production.
He went like 12 for 34 or something shitty like that. He looked like Ray Griffin from the program, getting all caught up in his arithmetic.
Right.
So Derrick Henry definitely shit the bed. And then Marquise Goodwin. I got him in 2 leagues as well.
I got him in one of my leagues too. And you know what sucked about that is I had Marquise and I had Doug Baldwin.
Oh, both zeros.
Yes. Oh, the zeros killed me. I had no idea. And he got he just got bumped in the thigh.
Yeah,
Take a seat.
Thigh bruise, fucking thigh bruise. You're a football player, dude.
And Doug Baldwin was known to be like a tough guy.
Yeah, right?
I was like, give me a shot, come back. But yeah, and then Goodwin just hurt to pull all those zeros.
Oh, yeah.
But, talking about Matt Patricia, I'm going backtracking a little bit. Did you see the stat that all the first-year coaches took a loss this week?
I did see that. 0-7 for all the new coaches. 0-7
first-year coaches. It's like, not the best. And then I think all the highest-paid quarterbacks other than Aaron Rodgers, you had the Jimmy Garoppolo, the car, and who else is the high-paid guy that lost? Anyways, it was just not good.
Jimmy G didn't play terribly.
He didn't play bad. He just gets paid a lot and took a loss.
Yeah, they didn't play bad. Another guy who shit the bed for me this week was Travis Kelce. The Chiefs go out and play the Chargers, and Tyreek Hill touches the ball twice, fucking 2 touchdowns. Dude wound up scoring 3 tubs that day, and of course I went against him. I ran into the buzzsaw. Travis Kelce. I thought coming into this season, brand new quarterback, gonna take a lot of the check downs and things like that, and he was a non-factor. 1 reception for 6 yards, and it's like, dude, you're fucking me, bro. That's 2 points.
He's I wouldn't say the main guy because there's a lot of speed. You got Hill and there's some weapons out there. But what's his name? Holmes, the quarterback.
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
Mahomes boy.
Yeah.
He played a pretty good game. He spread the ball around.
Dude can sling the rock.
Because he did not have the preseason that portrayed what he just did in game 1.
Yeah, I mean, there was a play, Tyreek Hill's second touchdown, where they're doing some like play action ride look where he pulls the ride and just sidearm guns a slant to Tyreek Hill. Perfect pass that he winds up housing, but like the way he comes off and fires that ball from that weird angle, it was just ridiculous.
Yeah. Who shit the bed for me this week was, phenomenal rookie campaign until he got hurt was Deshaun Watson.
Oh, yeah, he looked bad.
Right off the bat, he had a fumble. And I always get angry about this. Why does the quarterback, I guess it's a rule, it looked like he gave it to the running back, and the running back should have had the fumble.
Yeah, I would think so.
But they gave it to him, and I was like, those are my points. I drafted him.
Yeah.
And and he never really recovered. Didn't have the game to really score a lot of points. I don't know what he got me, like 13 or 14 points.
Yeah, that's lucky because
it was depressing.
I think he had negative points at halftime.
He did, and so he came back a little bit, but it was just not what I needed, especially with the zeros.
Yeah, I'm sure Le'Veon Bell fucked a lot of fantasy teams out there.
But someone who didn't shit the bed was Connor.
Yeah, the Terminator, James Conner.
Did you see his haircut?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's crazy. He's got like I'd say not a mullet, but like a rat tail going on in the back. And he's got 2 diagonal like slices going over the top of his buzzed head.
So he's been hanging out with Antonio Brown.
Crazy hair in Pittsburgh, man.
Yeah.
Don't get if you like a classic haircut, don't get your haircut in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it seems to be a trend there for funky hair. Let's see, who else did I have shit the bed? DeAndre Hopkins wasn't bad. Yeah, Derrick Henry for that league definitely killed me. The big league, we had some guys underperform. Peyton Barber, Buck scores 48 points. He has no touchdowns only because Ryan Fitzpatrick decides to run it in.
He could, actually, I should. That's what I was thinking about. Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers should be an honorable mention this week for starting lineup.
Oh, they exceeded expectations.
I was juiced on that game.
Oh, dude, just bomb after bomb.
And spreading the ball. I loved watching Deshaun Jackson catch touchdowns. I missed it.
Oh, dude. The dude's been doing it forever.
Play. And it just, when, what's your quarterback's name?
Ryan Fitzpatrick?
No.
Jameis Winston?
When Jameis comes back after suspension, I don't
know if he's got the starting job.
You're right.
I really don't.
Because Ryan Fitzpatrick plays with emotion. He's hyped. He's primal screaming.
Oh, yeah.
The old linemen love him.
Oh, yeah.
Guys are catching the ball. He's probably one of the best journeyman quarterbacks that, because when he had to start at Buffalo, it's just tough. You're in Buffalo.
Yeah, you got no weapons.
Right. Now he's got weapons that people don't know about, and he's using them better than, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go honorable mention, starting lineup, your Tampa Bay Bucks.
All right. I appreciate it.
And pulling out the win. I had a loss for him. I put him on the pick'ems on my FanDuel.
Mm-hmm.
The free one. I didn't spend any money because I'm cheap.
Yeah. But for those that do the Survivor pool, I heard like 32% of everybody in the Survivor pools lost because of the way that game went.
Oh, I'm sure. New Orleans over Tampa? It's easy. You think. Oh, Sean is hurting today.
Oh, no, that was just a big yawn. Don't worry, I'm good.
Long day, buddy.
Oh, it was a real long day. Put some stuff together for the house after, practice, after golf.
It's tough during football season, and you got to do like real life house stuff. It's really good when football season comes around and the house is situated.
Oh, I know.
Family's good. I'm kind of stoked right now. Elise was feeling bad because her dad moved to Washington, and she's like, "Hey, in 2 weeks, my dad is flying me and wants to know if he could fly me and Lincoln out to Washington to go visit." And she's like, "You won't like resent me for going on vacation and taking your son away for the weekend?" And all I'm thinking about is how I'm going to have Sunday to myself. I'm like, "No, babe, it's cool.
It's cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, laters." And even though it's a new place, I got to do a couple of things, drill a couple holes in the wall.
Yeah.
And I got Sunday.
Well, I mean, and if she's going to leave, it's now or never because she's almost to that point in the pregnancy where she's got to
check. She's got to check if she's able to fly pregnant. I think you can.
Well, what she's
we're in like almost at the end of our second. I think we're in the middle of the second right now.
All right, so she's about 6 months then, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the due date?
New Year's, and end of December.
Yeah, right around 6 months. I mean, she should be okay. I want to say it's 8 months.
You know what? I don't want to be on a plane with my 18-month-old kid.
Yeah, I definitely don't blame that.
Washington is probably not a long drive. I mean, a long flight. Washington's
like an hour and a half, 2 hours tops.
Right. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, not with a young lad.
Yeah, so she doesn't know, but I'm just like punting it off. Like, no, go ahead.
No, it's I love you and stuff.
Yeah,
just go ahead and have a good time.
So you might 2 weekends. You might be able to watch a Sunday game over here at my place. Might throw a little shindig.
I thought you didn't have any cable.
No, I got cable.
You don't have Red Zone or NFL Ticket or nothing like that?
Yeah, I get all the games. I thought I watched them all. I don't know what it's called. It's Comcast. I don't have it's not Sunday Ticket.
Oh, okay. So it's shitty. All right, cool. We can work with that.
Sunday Ticket's not always that good.
It's every game, every week.
I think I have the NFL. I have the streaming. I have NFL the app.
Oh, cool, great. Here, let me just fall asleep on the mic.
You're falling asleep anyway. You're boring. All right. No more shit in the bed?
You got anybody else to shit the bed?
No. Coaches, Deshaun.
Who do you think is going to shit the bed this week?
Ooh. Well, I think Josh Allen has got the starting nod in Buffalo.
Yeah.
I think he's going to shit the bed this week.
Okay.
I think I was liking the Jacksonville Ramsey shit talking.
But they're playing the Patriots.
I think they're going to shit the bed against the Patriots.
Just like they did in the playoffs last year.
It was
a good game.
It was a good game. But I just like that kind of like, instant karma.
Yeah. To me.
But if Jalen Ramsey comes through and they do something, that's awesome. That's what I want to see, really. But, if I had to put money on it.
You got to go the Pats.
All the time.
Yeah. I think the Packers are going to shit the bed this week.
They barely pulled it off.
They barely pulled it off against the Bears last week.
And his knees hurt.
You never can tell what kind of shape he's in. But I think there's definitely some concern with his health right now. And with the Vikings pass rush and their defense and their secondary,
they look good.
There's a lot on the line this week. I mean, back-to-back division games to start the year, that sucks.
And some serious defenses.
Yeah. So I think there's a high possibility of Green Bay shitting the bed. They shit the bed for 3 quarters last week, and then Aaron Rodgers just started to finally start playing.
Well, we already talked about it. Aaron Rodgers is going to do something in the end of the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah. Like he always does.
Every time. Always
does.
Yeah. So that's a good call. Anyone else shit in the bed? No, all the same. I'm guaranteeing like the Dallas Cowboys. They're gonna just keep watching the bed.
Yeah, no guarantees.
Yeah, I just like say shit the bed.
Right. Cool. So yeah, that's the new segment. It's called Shit the Bed Sunday. It'll be out probably every week because it has to do with football, and pretty much that's all that's worth watching right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
so instead of watching out for the team or the person doing well, keep your eyes out for the people who are sucking.
Yeah, and let us know who shit the bed. There's not a lot going on right now. The baseball chase is starting to wind down a little bit. One team clinched a playoff berth, and that's the Red Sox. They have the best record in the MLB. There's some divisions that are tight. Like the NL West with the Dodgers, Diamondbacks, and the Rockies. That's going to be close. It's going to come down to the wire.
It's a fun little chase. It's fun to watch the. Yeah.
So, but other than that, it's like tennis is over. I think the golf.
So you are watching tennis?
Well, no, I know it's over because it's not on.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's not like 3 hours blocked because you're watching fucking tennis. So
I'm kind of sad though too now. My Dance show with J-Lo's over.
That stinks.
Oh, you got to do the team that won. They're all kids from San Diego. The Lab. They came with it, bro.
Really?
Emotional dances. They did like a sentimental one.
So they brought it.
And they did a Missy Elliott one. Oh, they won. Oh. Imagine like 13 preteens won $1 million. And hugs from J-Lo.
Yeah.
Pretty solid. I'm going to give it to them. And then another show that kind of ended. I know this is sports, but me and my wife, we watch Bachelor in Paradise.
Not going to watch that.
Dude, it finished. I am so thankful it finished. I sit down with the wifey. We watch 1 or 2 shows. Bachelor in Paradise is crazy. And so these people hang out on the beach. You know, they're all ex-contestants or whatever. And a handful of them hook up together. A couple propose to each other. And then one dude gets on the live show thinking, you know, his girl thinks that she's going to get proposed to. And he fucking dumps her on live TV. So fucking good. I started laughing. Lisa's already asleep.
That's hilarious.
Oh, it was so good. That's so, you know, I'm glad that one's over. Sad about the J-Lo show.
Yeah.
You know, but now I got to catch up on the Mayans. That's what I don't have. I don't have the FX.
It's actually the Paramount channel now.
That one's Paramount too?
Yeah.
Oh, Yellowstone and Mayans. I'm just going to up my package this week.
I think you should.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Yeah.
And your wife's buying back my TV.
Is she?
I think so. I think we're just trading it.
For cash?
No. But isn't it funny, though, that you sold me the TV and now we're just giving it back to you? It's back in your life.
You know, if you love something, let it fly away.
All I know is that once we give it to you, I get a brand new TV.
Right?
So I'm not feeling bad about it.
You shouldn't.
I think we're going to go 55 or 65 inch, so.
Oh, yeah.
And something lightweight that can stick to the wall.
Yeah, you have to go big time.
Yeah.
Have to go big time.
So college football.
Yeah.
Got a couple pick'ems for you. Tell me what you think. I know what you're going to take. We got big rivalry since the Vince Young, Reggie Bush game. We got SC versus Texas.
It's in Texas, right?
Yes, sir. And SC did not look good against Stanford.
They did not look good, but let's get this straight. Texas is not Stanford. Stanford's great up front, and they have arguably the best running back in the country. KJ Costello has been balling at quarterback. I don't see the Longhorns having that kind of firepower.
I think so, man. The Longhorns have a lot of hype this season. You know, like a lot of returners. You know, the young coach. I think Texas has got this, you know. I'm going to go hook 'em horns. I'm going hook 'em horns. SC did not impress me. Their quarterback, what's his name, JT?
Right or something.
Not that impressive.
Didn't look good.
Did not look good. Yeah, I'm going Longhorns on that one. Another big game coming up. You know, you got that Roll Tide, Alabama playing Ole Miss. Yeah.
Alabama in a landslide.
Yeah, landslide. Ole Miss is just
not good enough.
Not structurally sound, but a fun one for us. I like to look at is a LSU Auburn game.
Yeah, you know,
War Eagle or go Tigers.
Ed Ogeron is.
If he pulls off this win,
he's a good coach. I met him. I listened to him speak. He's a nice dude. He's a funny dude. He's got a thick accent. LSU to me, just I don't see them with their identity yet. What they really are, what they're gonna do to people. Because I think they've only played one game and they played like dog shit Jones. Some shitty ass.
They played
school.
Miami. LSU? Oh, you said Auburn. My bad.
No, I said LSU.
Yeah, LSU played Miami.
Did they play Miami?
Yeah, and they shit on Miami.
You sure?
Yes, in freaking Dallas. They played at freaking Jerry World.
Oh, that's right. And they did crush.
They crushed.
They didn't have a second. Did they have a second game?
It's what happened is that everyone is not looking at LSU like they did a good job. They're looking at Miami just shit the bed.
Yeah, because
that's what happened.
Yeah, that's why it's pretty forgettable.
But no, I think it was a big win for them because Miami is hype. And if like I said, if LSU does a Miami Auburn win back to back,
yeah,
pretty solid because that's a tough schedule.
Yeah, I get that. And then you got TCU versus Ohio State. TCU's ranked 12th. Ohio State's ranked 4. So that should be an interesting battle. I think Ohio State will pull away with that because they got more talent.
Is Urban still? He's not really coaching.
Yeah, not yet.
So
not yet.
That might hurt.
He's probably still laying out shoes and just kind of hanging out.
Right. And then another game I might be watching. I just like it. Oklahoma State versus Boise State.
Could be a shootout, but I think Boise State's a much better team. I mean, where is it? Is it in Boise or is it in Stillwater?
I think it's in Boise.
If it's in Boise,
playing on the Smurf turf.
Yeah, the Smurf turf. It's just completely different.
It's a tough environment to play in.
Yeah, you got ducks trying to land on you all the time.
No, we got a buddy over at Boise. I heard that we're in the recruiting office. They listen to Hold My Whistle.
Yeah, there we go. We'll take it. We appreciate the viewers.
Yeah, so let's go Broncos.
Yeah, right. Any other picks you got down there?
Those are the games I'm going to watch. I'm sad that SC is the only big Pac-12 game I'm going to watch, but
it is what it is.
Yeah. And then, Penn State's now we're seeing a lot of the week 3, like the bigger schools playing some weak teams, the Kent States and this and that. And
excuse me.
Dude.
Jeez.
Can you drink a Bang or something?
It's in the fridge and I don't want to get up.
I'm about to wake your ass up, man.
Well.
All right. Well, hey, that's our show for today.
Yeah, 5:30 is going to roll. 5:45 is going to roll around real quick for breakfast. It's like 1:15.
Are you going to go full breakfast? You're going to go countryside?
We won the last 2 weeks, so I have to go bacon and cheese omelet.
Ooh.
With some toast.
All right.
So that'll be my breakfast in the morning.
Way to keep, don't mess with the mojo.
You can't. You just can't. You have to stick to your guns.
Well, we got a home game. We're going to give a big shout out for all our Pirates out there. Go big. And hey, that's our show. I'm Paolo.
I'm Foy.
And we're out.
Can you blow my whistle, baby, let me know. Girl, I'm gonna show you how to do it, and we start real slow. You just put your lips together